Hey, Dave.
Hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nutmate Podcast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Joe.
And this is the episode 3 of the Nutmate Podcast. It's going pretty good. How do things going, Joe?
I think it's going really well. It's been many weeks since the last time we recorded.
Yeah, because we recorded it has actually.
It's been quite
Anyway,
well.
before we get started, I just want to say, if you want to download the podcast for free, the audio version, there'll be a link in the description where you can go to SoundCloud and download it for free. If you're watching on YouTube, please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. We want to interact with everybody who's watching, which would be really cool. And let's get on with the podcast. So, Joe, do you want to introduce this bit?
So this section, the first section, is going to be a more personal section. It's a section where I just said section so many times. We're both bringing something.
The first section.
Okay, Dave. We're both bringing a certain topic to the table. I don't know what Dave's going to be talking about. He doesn't know what I'm going to be talking about.
Same thing we did. Did we do it this last week, I think? Yeah,
maybe.
I think we did.
Last week. So, yeah, why doesn't Dave go first?
Sure?
I'm pretty sure. Mine is very dubious, this topic.
What does dubious mean?
It could go either way, and I don't think it's going to be good.
I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, cool. Well, I've got a couple of things. One main one, which is kind of relevant. It's more relevant to my life than anything else because I've just finished uni.
Dave finished shooting! Dave finished shooting!
So I sat my final exam a couple of weeks back and I'm done. Got nothing else to do apart from graduate, which hopefully I will.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk a bit about uni experience, uni in general, and then higher education. We spoke about school before, didn't we? Like school.
Yeah, primary school, wasn't it?
Yeah, we kind of went into... We spoke...
This is only our third episode. We've already forgotten.
That was the first episode, I think.
Yeah, it was.
And we spoke about... I said how I think like school's a necessary environment rather than like maybe what you learn or whatever. Anyway, so today is kind of a similar thing to that one I want to talk about. It's how about it's about how grades and exams kind of are seen to define your future kind of thing, but it's not necessarily true. So what I mean is, in school you're taught that everything relies on your final exams, your final grades. The same thing in uni, kind of, because you get a grade at the end of it, and that if you're going into uni, I suppose it's true. You need your A levels to get an offer. If you're going into A levels, you need your GCSEs to get an offer, but it's kind of just about the structure of that, and is it really that necessary, and is that how we should be judging skill? Not skill, what was the word I had? How... I can't remember what it was.
Like aptitude?
Yeah, kind of thing. So it's, your worth is kind of judged on your academic achievements. Kind of thing.
Yeah. I have we talked about this before? I feel like you may have.
We did a bit, but this is kind of further. This is more higher education. So in uni, I did sound engineering, which we spoke about before, and I loved it. And I've always known what I wanted to do since I was, years ago. We said this in school. I knew what I wanted to do, and that made the course for me. That made it really enjoyable, but also really rewarding because it's stuff that I always knew I wanted to learn. And those questions were being answered in uni, so it didn't matter how disorganised some things may be, or how there's certain things in universities that people may not agree with, and the way things run or whatever. And a lot of students had a problem with that. But personally, I didn't really, because I was getting what I wanted, and that was experience in studios, that was experience recording things, and that was learning the stuff that I've always wondered about. But saying that, and Joe could probably relate to this, if I didn't want to do it, and if it wasn't a subject I was really intrigued and interested in and didn't love it, then I wouldn't have been able to do the 3 years, I don't think. I wouldn't have been able to do the amount of work because it is a lot of work. So, Joe, you decided not to do uni.
No, I decided that it wasn't for me.
Yeah, and I think that maybe for me, if it wasn't, say because I feel like if I didn't know I wanted to do this, I would have still went to uni because that's what we did. That's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the majority of our sixth form before uni would all apply to unis and stuff, wouldn't they? And we do our UCAS forms.
Yeah, I mean, like,
we were encouraged to do that. That's what.
Yeah, definitely. And this is probably going to come across quite pretentious, but the reason I didn't go to uni is because I felt like that's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, at the time, even when I was younger, I realized that, and I disagreed with the fact that I was being judged based on my exam results and how well I was doing in school and all these different things that I felt weren't important as long as I was still being productive and being good at what I was doing.
If you're developing in the area that you want to go into, it's a different story. I mean, the reason I did all right, I did pretty well in my degree, and that's because I really enjoyed it and I loved it. And that's the area I want to work in, and we both want to work in the creative kind of industries. So if I didn't do well and I still wanted to go into that area, that's a different story because I have a goal and I'm not putting my effort into achieving that goal and I'm not doing all I can. Like I've been given an opportunity to get a degree in something that I want to use.
Yeah.
And if I don't put the work in, that's my responsibility then. But if it was a degree that I didn't want to do and I was forced to do the 3 years, not necessarily that anyone would force me, but the pressure of applying is enough. That's why most people do a degree because you're told you should.
Yeah. As a counter argument though, another reason I didn't go to uni is because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I thought if I'm gonna go to uni, I was gonna apply for philosophy, and that I was gonna go abroad.
Yes, that's kind of.
But that that has absolutely nothing to do with what I've actually gone into a career to do.
But that's kind of what I'm saying. If you don't.
Yeah, you're almost unique in the fact that you've always known what you wanted
I've
to
known
do.
for
like,
years
nobody
before.
does that.
I even knew which uni, I knew which course and everything.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason I feel like I've done it and been successful in doing it because it's something that I've known and I've really known and engaged in it. But I feel if I didn't know, still I would have applied for a load of unis for the subjects I was okay at.
Having always known what you were going to do, how do you feel now that it's done?
Well, it was a lot of work, so I'm glad it's over in that aspect.
Yeah, but I mean, like you've always known what you were working towards, and now it's a bit more like open-ended.
Yeah, this is interesting actually because in my uni, there's a lot of opinions about our uni. So the students have a lot of opinions, which we won't go into. But so I've got to know a couple people in the industry being sound engineers this year through uni, like through working on different projects with different people. Contacts. I've ended up meeting a couple of sound engineers who are self-employed. They do their own thing, and these guys don't have degrees in sound engineering, which is great. But what I've realised is that even though some parts of my course were different to some other parts of my course, there are aspects that I've learned that mean that if I was a self-employed sound engineer, I would have over them. Not that I would. That's not what I'm intending. But what I mean is, there is worth in my degree in my industry.
Yeah.
Because, for example, anyone could be. If you have a bit of knowledge, you can be a recording engineer, mix engineer, live sound engineer. You just work with the gear and you get to know it. But then I had a module which I didn't particularly enjoy, but was how to acoustic design of studios, so soundproofing and sound control and that kind of stuff. And because I know that, then that's an extra thing I can offer.
Yeah. And is that the one you had the exam in?
Yeah. No. It's a different acoustics. But we'll get into that in a minute. So, and it's also the detail of the other more general subjects as well. We needed to learn it, so therefore there is certain problems we could solve them a bit more easily or straight away.
I feel like with audio rather than video, seems from the outside that there's a lot more technical aspects to the recording process.
Yeah, there is a lot.
Yeah, like if you go onto YouTube, you can find out most things you need to know about recording video.
Yeah,
and it depends how deep you want to go.
You probably could with audio, but there's just, you don't. What I find, I think it's the same for video as well. If you don't have someone telling you something, you don't know what the foundations or the blocks are. Because for me now, I know that there's a certain amount of things which are on everything in audio, and it's the same for video, I think. But you just you learn it as you go. But
yeah, well, that's it. Like I haven't had that person teaching me what there is. I had to you figure it out and like learn from the very basics up.
Yeah, but you're there now. You know, like if you're making a video, and you're editing, you need some color correction. You need to make sure there's.
Well, that's with the editing. You know, like you've got all the different aspects of recording video and cameras as well.
Yeah. So, but it's just there is detail. I feel like the bonus of me having a degree, because I was feeling this year. Sorry, I might not have made my point. I was feeling this year that after meeting all these guys who were in the industry and working, I'm like, do I need my degree? Why have I been like doing 3 years, learning this when these guys are already professionals working? But then you realize that there's certain aspects which now, which they'll learn as they go. But that does give you a kind of an edge, but it just makes me feel like it is worth having it. But I've loved it anyway. I've been able to work in the studios and stuff, and I've been able to hire equipment and work with musicians and bands, and so I've loved it. And it does feel like an achievement that I've finished it. And one thing that I'm really happy about is that I had something I wanted to do and I've done it.
Yeah.
So
one other thing that I feel like you should be pretty happy with was your single exam result.
Yeah, so I had one exam and I was terrified about it because I'm not very good at the subject. And somehow, and when I mean somehow, I got 92%.
How crazy is that? Oh my gosh.
It's the highest grade I've ever had in my life. I think the guy marking it must have yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, why not?
Hey, yeah, congratulations.
Sorry, I waffled a lot and I know it's all about uni, but it is like a huge part of my life which has just come to an end. So it's just all jumbled up in my head at the moment. But yeah, it feels good to have done it. And I don't see it as like I owe loads of money, because it's all like loans which you don't have to pay back unless you're making unless you can anyway. Stuff, So yeah. And the other thing is, recently I've had loads of random people following me on Twitter, like a producer called, can't remember his name.
Nice, good, well done.
He's worked with Michael Jackson, Beatles.
Oh wow.
Pink? No, not Pink.
Pink. You're building up to Pink.
Pink Floyd, I think.
Oh, Pink Floyd.
Maybe. But he's worked with like loads of insane people.
Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Pink.
Well, Pink's pretty huge.
Yeah, but I mean, not quite the same.
Also, Tay Zonday.
Tay Zonday
followed me on Twitter. And I have no idea why, or how. I understand why the producer guy would, because I was streaming in studios and stuff. But why would Tay Zonday follow me? If anyone doesn't know, do you want to explain who he is?
Tay Zonday is like an original YouTuber. He's been around since the start, pretty much.
Yeah, one of the original viral videos.
Yeah, which is Purple Rain. Everyone's seen it.
Purple Rain. You just gone, it's Chocolate Rain. Purple Rain is the Prince song.
Alright, it's the same thing. Chocolate Rain, whatever. It's got rain.
Yeah, Chocolate Rain, and he's like singing it and moving away from the mic, and he's got this really, really low voice.
Yeah,
it's funny because if you watch it, you're like, I understand why it's a viral video, but I don't understand why.
Because it's unbelievably catchy. It's so good.
Chocolate Rain. That's how it goes.
It sounds like you're starting a Sublime song.
Sublime?
Yeah.
Which song?
I can't remember the name of it. It was on Dave Mirra BMX something.
Chocolate Rain. Check it out. Go check it out. I'm sure you've seen it. It's got over 108 million views, so it's likely that you may have seen it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Tay Zonday. Subscribe to us and promote us now.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
Should we tweet this to him?
I really appreciate it.
He follows me.
we totally should.
We're going to tweet it to Tay Zonday. That'd be epic. Anyway.
Yo, Tay.
So, do you want to... Have you got your subject?
Subject?
Or subject or
subject? I got my subject.
Subject.
My subject is... recently, I've been meeting a lot of new people. And meeting people is something I've never been particularly confident with.
Yeah.
But recently... It's been going really well.
Well, that's good.
And I think like a lot of it is that it's been meeting people in the industry when I've been working on jobs and stuff.
Who have similar interests.
Yeah, and you know, I'm very passionate and confident about that topic.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing with that. So like when I pretend to be confident, it's like I actually start to be confident.
Yeah.
And this is kind of progressed into like personal life as well, because last week I went to a wedding with my girlfriend because it was her cousin's wedding.
Cool.
So there was lots of extended family that I hadn't met before.
Yeah.
And because I had this like confidence that I've now developed.
Yeah.
Not that I'm being arrogant or anything. It's just that I'm more
so confident.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just better at meeting new people now.
Yeah.
It's like it all went really well.
No, I
There was nothing to be
understand
worried
what you
about.
mean. Because if it just happens that in a week I'm meeting new people and working with them, by the end of the week I'm like, you know, I could do this as a living.
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Because you feel
Exactly.
you've dealt with people quite well.
Exactly. But like all of my life, I've really struggled with this, and like within 2 weeks, it's changed completely.
It's kind of when you chucked in, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
To the deep end, and yeah, it's probably like when you need to do a job and that's part of the job. You just have to do that part of it.
That's,
to
and I've heard
get the job done.
I've heard for years that like you just need to pretend to be confident. Like I remember seeing an interview with Meatloaf of all people.
Yeah.
And him saying
That's
like
cool.
I'm never confident. I just always pretend to be.
Yeah. No, I think that's the key.
And yeah, like I've always heard it, but I've actually done it now. I'm like, oh, okay,
It
so
works.
this actually does work.
Yeah. If you tell someone like make them think you're confident, then they'll treat you like, okay, you know what you're doing,
Yeah,
even if you don't.
yeah, it really is.
It's all about, you know.
Yeah, so go out and meet new people, guys. It'll be fine.
Meet new people, make
It'll be
friends. Don't worry about your exams. Great messages.
Forget about that crap.
Great messages in this podcast so far. Exams suck.
You don't need to go to uni. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
YouTube's there.
Yeah. Well.
You'll figure it out on YouTube. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's cool, and yeah, I get that as well. Especially when it's someone who has a similar interest, because it's just the conversation's a bit more natural.
Yeah, but I feel like there's pretty much always some form of common ground with just about anyone you meet.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Like,
you just have to find
yeah,
it. And
you
with
don't
some
even
people-
have to be in the same industry.
Exactly.
There'll be something that like
Yeah.
you can connect on.
So do you want to say what you're talking about when you say you've been doing things that's involved you meet new people?
Well, I've been doing a few running jobs for the BBC and stuff, working on like different projects and things.
That's cool.
Been on a couple of interviews for like practical interviews for editing and stuff, and it's all gone really well. Like I've made loads of connections and stuff.
When
and
you were running,
give me
didn't you get to
confidence.
work with what's his name? Paul?
That's all I remember. Is Paul?
Flog it guy?
Yeah, Paul Martin.
I don't know.
Paul. Yeah,
Well, you can put it in editing if we're wrong.
I can. I'm not actually sure I'm allowed to talk about this because I'm on contract. Like I can mention people, but I can't talk about my experience with it.
Okay, we'll cut that out then. Anything else you want to discuss in our personal sections?
No, I think the peak of this was Tayson Day, to be honest.
I know, that's cool though, isn't it?
That's really, really cool.
And obviously they're both verified as well, so it's not like it's just someone who's got his profile picture there. But
Yeah.
say some days follow me.
Tayson Day.
I'm gonna tweet him next.
Do it.
Next.
Okay, whenever you want to do it.
Should we pause it for the next episode?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, guys, so this is the second section.
Woo!
This is the fun section
Oh yeah.
that once again, I have no idea what's happening. I think this is a running trend for all three podcasts now.
No, not for the first one. Maybe
No, because
actually-
I didn't understand what you were talking about
Oh, it's
then.
funny. That's the first one I remember.
So yeah,
Windowsill. Sorry.
Dave hasn't told me anything about this game, so this is just as it happens, and I have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
So what are we doing, Dave?
So I was thinking earlier about superheroes, which happens quite a lot. It's a fairly regular thing in my mind.
Like every podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have to mention them at some point.
Of course.
And I was looking through. I have the encyclopedia of Marvel superheroes and DC superheroes, and I found some hilarious like superheroes. So I thought we could play a game where I tell you the name of a superhero and like a mini bio,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to tell me whether you think he's real or fake.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So don't look at my screen because I have to read them from here.
Okay.
So number one. Okay. So number one is a superhero called Pollen Force.
Pollen Force.
Pollen Force.
Okay.
And I'll explain his power. So I'll give you like a different thing with each one. Some I'll give you a bit of information. Some I'll give you loads. What you'll have to see whether I'm bluffing. So
Okay.
Pollen Force, and basically, he or she can control like plants and vines and nature and stuff. So like make them grow and grab people, a bit like if you've seen Sky High, like the girl in that. But also another one of his or her main powers is they can like make seeds appear in their hand and throw them, but they can have different abilities. So like they can throw them and they can be like then explode and they're like sticky sap. So like someone can get stuck somewhere, or they can throw them and like a vine will grow out and then like grab someone, or they can throw them and like some like toxic pollen gas will happen. I think.
So they throw sticky substances on people.
Yeah, but they can control flowers and trees and stuff. It's pretty cool. And
Sure, if you say so.
So what are your first opinions?
Well, I immediately went to real. Then I was like, definitely not real.
Do you want to know the?
Wait, this is DC.
I wasn't going to say if what comic is from.
Okay.
It's not Marvel or DC though.
What?
Yeah, there's a couple more like which aren't huge.
But you just said Marvel and DC was in the encyclopedia.
Yeah,
so
no.
it's fake.
Damn it. I just completely,
Yes.
I completely,
Yes.
I completely messed that one up. It's not Marvel or DC, even though I found it in the Marvel or DC comic. Yeah, but that was some of them. I should have. Damn it. Yeah, it's fake. I made that one up. That's the superhero I wanted to be when I was younger.
Why?
Because I thought it was cool.
No.
Okay. Okay, next. Superhero called Vibe.
Vibe.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a gang leader from Detroit who retired. Well, not really retired, but quit being a gang leader and joined the Justice League.
The Justice League.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has powers.
Yeah. That's all I'm telling you for now. And then you tell me your opinions and then I might give you a bit more information.
So I can get his name and
Yeah.
a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
Well, the Justice League is made up of like the most powerful in DC.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Batman doesn't have superpowers, but he's Batman. Vibe. I reckon it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Uh-huh.
And his powers is shockwaves.
Oh, of
Giving out
course.
shockwaves. Cool. Do you want to know the next?
Yep, tell me.
Super dollar.
I already know it's real.
Yeah.
Is it real?
I can't say.
What are you waiting
You
for?
know
I've
it's
already
real.
guessed.
Super dollar. Well, let me give you some of the information first.
Okay.
So, this guy's name is Jay Pennington Pennypacker. And his powers is shooting pennies from his wrists. So, what do you think?
So crap.
Do you think it's real? I don't think I could have come up with a name Pennypacker.
I think you definitely could, but I'm sticking with real. I really hope it is.
It's real.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
How
yes.
stupid is that power, though? Shooting
That is
pennies from his wrist.
The worst power.
Super dollar. Why should we be called super pennies? Okay, next.
Penny Packer, I think, was better.
Okay, next one is a superhero called Watch,
Watch.
and their power. That they were never really kind of a superhero in the sense that they were like saving lives or anything like that. But let me explain. Watch. The power of always being able to look at the watch when the values are the same digits. For example, 33 minutes past 3.
See, we have a friend who used to do that exact thing.
Also, they are like a really insane watchmaker, and I don't just mean like watches, like they make super watches and stuff. So they make like in the storyline they make it's like the alternative to the Infinity Ring where they communicate through their watches.
Alternative.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the Secret Service.
What are the watches called?
Let me explain. So it's kind of one of the things that they worked on was the alternative to the Secret Service, where they communicated with a watch, but it wasn't just, like a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And his real name is Seb Click,
Seb.
and he's a DC hero. Well, not hero, DC character. I don't think you can really call him a hero. And the yeah.
What's he called again?
Seb
What?
Click, Sebastian Click.
Oh, okay.
He's called Watch, but he's just kind of a watchmaker in the community of DC.
It could go either way. Like it's so crap that it could be real. But it's the 33 minutes past 3 that's throwing me, because Sam always used to do that.
Yeah, I know Sam used to do it, but I'm not sure if you there when we used to discuss that this would be who Sam would be if he was a superhero.
Are you telling me that it is a hero?
No. No, I'm just saying that.
I say real.
No, he's fake.
You got me.
Yes, I got one. You got all the rest, man. There's 2 more.
Okay, great.
And these...
I'm just going to cut that one instead.
These... Why?
Because I laughed.
No. Okay, this one. Arm fall off boy. Basically, his powers are...
Is it like a lizard and he can just get rid of his arm?
No, he's just a guy who can take off his arms and legs and use them as weapons. Just hit people with them. That's all you get. It's DC.
Of course it's DC. No, I reckon this is fake as well.
No, it's real.
Oh my god.
But
how is that a
it's
thing?
so bad that he doesn't have a profile, I don't think. There's just like... I'll show you in a minute. I'll give you some more facts in a minute. And the last one is a hero called Codpiece. Basically, they have their pants. They have a cannon where their, codpiece would be. It's basically just a big cannon, but they're real or fake.
What? So he has a cannon where the
he
codpiece
wears a
would
suit, kind of like a purpley suit. There's just a huge cannon by there. And you can fire out of it.
Oh my gosh.
Codpiece.
I don't know.
You have to choose one.
Obviously I have to choose.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one, guys. I can't see you just randomly coming up
No.
with the name Codpiece.
Yeah, and that's not my kind of superhero to come up with. I'm not that kind of humour.
I'm gonna say it's real.
Yeah, it is real.
I know. Oh my god.
So let me read you some of the stuff. So, Codpiece is from Vertigo Comics. Look, there he is. Joe will have to put a photo up here.
I definitely will.
Oh
my
and then this
goodness.
is Arm Fall Off Boy.
That's not a boy. That is a grown man.
He's got that.
He's
So it says
shredded.
Arm Fall Off Boy's sole superpower was to detach his arms and use them as weapons. That's it. And like most superheroes, Arm Fall Off Boy doesn't make many appearances in the comics. He tried out for the Legion but was rejected.
Yeah, I agree.
Joe will put the photos up. They look pretty hilarious. Yes, and that was my game. That's the fun section. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
How much time have we got? I got another fun game.
Let's cut it there.
Hey guys, so this section is the section where me and Joe both bring something we like and something we dislike and have a little chat about it. Joe, have you got any dislikes?
I've once again zero preparation for this.
This is how professional we are.
So why doesn't Dave take the lead and I'll figure it out?
Great. Oh no, where's my? Oh yeah. So
wait, I got one. No, you go first.
No, you go first.
You go first.
You go first.
Okay.
Dislike.
Dislike. I really dislike not being able to just do something. So I very recently upgraded my Adobe membership to the full Creative
Suite.
Cloud.
A full suite.
What is the Creative Cloud now?
Oh, is it not called?
Sure. To the whole suite. So
it means you get everything.
I get everything, which is awesome. There's like all the professional apps that you could hope for.
For example, Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator,
so on and so forth.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I mostly got it for Premiere and After Effects because I love using Premiere. It's my absolute favorite video editor.
And After Effects is the bomb.
After Effects is the bomb.
A
But
very complicated bomb.
it's super complicated. And it's kind of, you can kind of see how it's similar to Photoshop, which
Layering and stuff.
which I love using. It's my favorite photo editor and just like getting to create stuff.
Yeah.
But After Effects is a whole new beast to tame, and it's so tricky. And there's no starting point, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like you can like start at the base and you can build up.
You need your idea first, don't you? And then you have to learn how to do it.
Yeah, you just need to like know the effect that you want to do and do it. And like you've seen at the start of this video that like we've covered some stuff. Like I've started doing it.
Yeah.
But it's tricky.
Yeah,
It's very tricky.
And like it's kind of, it's not the same, but it's like animation is to do a small amount of something takes so much time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of
so
time.
you have to invest a lot of time. But
Yeah.
still, it's worth it because it's flipping cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and I'm really excited to get into it like really deep. But
Yeah, and we'll use it here
but
and
it's
there.
tricky. Yeah.
Here and there, where and about, if we can. Cool. Yeah.
What about
So, what's your dislike?
not being able to do things straight away.
Okay, so you have to like
I find it frustrating.
the frustration of learning.
Yeah, I love learning. Don't get me wrong, but I'm frustrated by the fact I can't just do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because then, but once you've learned it and you know the process, then you can recreate it, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, wicked. My dislike is something this I've noticed recently because it irritates me all the time when I'm working in Cardiff, and that is loud clocks like that tick. What are you laughing?
Yeah, I can appreciate. It.
Because I normally, when I'm at my dad's, I do like revision and stuff in the living room downstairs.
You used to.
Yeah.
You used to do revision.
I don't anymore, but when I did, and they have this clock, which is so loud every time. He knows if I've been working because he'll come home and then the clock will be in the kitchen, like under a hat or something, because it literally is all I can hear in the room when it's on. I'm like, it just drives me insane. It's like torture. So that's my thing. It's only something small, but some people will be able to appreciate that.
No, I can definitely appreciate. Actually, a lot more recently, I've been able to hear my watch at just random times because it's always been super quiet. And now I can just hear it.
I can never wear a tick and watch. It would drive me insane.
It's only just started.
It's like tap trips as well. They get me as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Drips from a tap.
Like that.
That's pretty good. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Is this my tongue? Go in.
Yeah, I know what you were doing. I'm just saying.
Oh. That was good, wasn't it? This is what our podcast has become.
So you took 3 episodes and now we're just hitting ourselves in the face.
Okay, like, have you got your like?
No, why don't you go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay, my like is one that everyone can appreciate. Well, most people can appreciate. If you can't appreciate it, then there's something wrong with you or you have health reasons, which is fair enough. Donuts. Do you like donuts?
You literally just said everybody likes donuts.
Yeah, I know, but you never know. You may be one of those very rare, strange people, unless there's like for health reasons, and this fair enough. You know, you don't have to eat them. But I had a revelation in the not so long ago past. That's a sentence. Donuts.
Were you struggling with this? Oh my gosh!
I've got a couple of points. I've got a couple of points. I'm just trying to figure out which one. So let's start there. Greggs do donuts first. Let's go with Greggs.
Oh, Greggs.
When I was in school, there's a Greggs on the way home, so we always used to walk home and grab a Greggs, grab like a steak bake or a donut, or if you're lucky, both. And when I was in school, I ate loads of the Greg's fondant donuts, which are the Greg's donuts with white icing and a bit of chocolate on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know the ones.
But I actually ate too many, and now I can't really eat them donuts.
What?
The fondant ones, only the fondant ones. But I've recently been back in Greg's this last couple of weeks. I've been, saying hello.
You've been
to the
telling
food.
me about it. I know.
Yes, donuts. And they have a new range. Well, it might not be new, but I haven't been in Greg's for so long. So they have like an orange and chocolate one, I think, or it might just be orange. They have a chocolate donut, and they have a new sprinkled donut, or it might not be new, but it's a tasty sprinkled donut. And they're good. Sprinkled donut, good. Chocolate donut. Recently, I've been really loving the chocolate donuts. But when you talk about donuts, your head kind of goes to Krispy Kremes. And everyone always says that the original glaze is the best.
I love the original glaze. It's so good.
And a couple months back, I bought the full... No, not the full. It wasn't the 24 donuts. It's the 12-pack donuts with every one that they had on display that day. And everything was pretty good. The original glazed was probably one of the best.
Of course.
But I made an incredible discovery.
An incredible
discovery.
Okay.
An incredible discovery. Do you like that voice?
What was it? Yeah, it was lovely.
It was that the jam donuts in Krispy Kreme are the best donuts on the planet. Better than the original glazed. Well,
But
hear me.
But the glaze is like the glaze.
The jam donuts are glazed.
We have a winner.
And the jam it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So literally, I tried every one, and they were all okay. Some were overkill. Like you have some like rose petals, and I'm like, what's the point? I mean, it's a donut. There was like one which was quite aromatic, which wasn't my thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was others which were good. Chocolate one, they were all good. Original glaze stood out, and then I had this jam donut, and it's another level. Honestly, it's so. I think it's at the moment it's my favorite thing to eat. When I think about eating it, I can just remember biting into it and taste. Oh, it's so good. So you need to taste it, because I told Rose, who's my girlfriend, Joe's sister, twin sister, and she was like, "Okay, I get it." And then I took her there, and she got original, and I got this jam one, and I was like, "Just have a try." And she was kind of like, it's just going to be like a jam donut, and she bit into it. And when someone bites into it and they don't want to make it, they don't admit it, and their face is going like that, and that's what it was like. And she was like, "Yeah, it's good."
This is making me so hungry.
So yeah, I'll take you next week. It's so good.
Thanks,
So try the Krispy Kreme jam donuts. They're insane, insane. So that is my like. They're so good, and now that's all I can think about.
Okay.
And you get more because it's bigger, and there's no hole in the middle.
Yeah, that is an issue with
So-
donuts, really.
Real quality stuff. What's your like? Or have we done that?
We tried to do Joe's like. He didn't think of one.
Has he got one now?
Woo!
Woo.
So, plans for upcoming endeavors. We're hoping
Endeavors.
we're hoping that probably next podcast to stream the making of on both Periscope and Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were going to do Periscope today, but my thingy died, so we couldn't do it. Periscope is more, it's quite informal. Like you'll just get people dropping in and
Chilling out with
chatting
you for a little
profanity
bit.
and all that jazz. That's what happens on Periscope.
Okay.
But that's just kind of something that we'll do if we want. But the Twitch thing, we're hoping to set a schedule for the podcast, because we both got more time now. I'm done at uni, so we're going to invest our time into creating stuff. So hopefully we'll be streaming on Twitch, and we'll post a schedule so you'll be able to come to the stream when it's on.
Mm-hmm.
And that we want that to be a thing, like the video is a thing. The video is something that you consume. Periscope is more something you drop in on like a social media, but Twitch is like a live program, and that's kind of what we want for Twitch. But we don't know if the internet can handle it yet, so we're gonna try and get the podcast streamed. We're not gonna say what day yet, because we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we'll edit and post it in a couple of days after that. So it'll all keep to the schedule and keep running over. But we really want, we're happy with how it's going, and people are interacting every time we post. And and we're having a good time. So, yeah, I think that's it. And
Yeah.
we also we're going to decide whether we're going to do it weekly or bi-weekly. That's something we're talking about as well. But
Because although it's a lot of fun, the post-production on it is quite a lot of work.
yeah, there's a fair bit to do. But then if we start streaming and that goes well, then it'll give us more incentive to do it regularly, which hopefully will happen.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So keep giving us good feedback or bad feedback, just feedback.
Yeah.
Feel free to leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe
Woohoo!
if you wish. And just,
comment.
Yeah, comment.
Comment, and we'll read your comments, even though we haven't done that yet.
If you're just listening to the audio version, not just listening, if you're listening to the audio version, then please go ahead and leave a rating.
Yeah,
Let
and
us know.
download it as well. And listen to it wherever you like.
Where should they listen to it, Dave?
Why don't you tell us, Joe?
Because I do it every week, Dave.
You can listen to it on the toilet. One of my favourites is in the bath.
In the bath?
Yeah, if you've got like an evening you're like, oh, I need a bath, then get your iPod
I
or
never
your iPhone,
have those evenings.
Get your iPhone, play your podcast, have a listen in the bath, and let us know.
Whenever I
Send
have
us
a
photo.
bath, whenever I have a bath,
don't do that.
it's like it's way too hot. I'm too hot, and I'm just sitting there being really hot.
Well, there's not a shower in my house, so I'm actually pro at doing baths.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I own the bath.
What?
Yeah, so bath,
I own a bath.
on the toilet if you're dropping a long one. Train journeys is a good one for podcasts. Walks, if you feel like you need to get some fresh air and you're going for a walk, like, I know, I'll listen to the Number 8 podcast.
Nice.
Keeps your brain engaged, but you're out in the fresh air.
Making a tuna mayo sandwich with a little bit of spring onion.
Yeah, like Joe
seeded
made
bread.
earlier,
It's
which
so
was
good.
good, even though it wasn't seeded bread.
Okay, well, you didn't.
But it was still great. It was still fantastic. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Have a good week or couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next podcast.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.